sorry to have to tell you this, but I have some unfortunate news for you, Derek. Jody passed away in the delivery room this morning, and I'm sad to say that your baby didn't make it either.
What? Who are you? What is this? Some kind of prank?
Hi, Derek. It's Sarah, Jody's mom. I changed my phone number recently, so that's why you don't recognize this number. I'm sorry I didn't give my number to you earlier. And I'm really, truly sorry for your losses.
Sarah? Wait, so what are you talking about? What happened to Jody and our baby?
As I explained, they've gone now. It's best if you try to forget about them and me and move on with your life.
What the hell?
I hope that you can find happiness in the future. I'm really praying for you. And again, I'm really sorry that I had to bring you this bad news. I know you're on your business trip.
Hold on a minute here. I still can't believe any of what you said. This is just a joke, right?
Derek, no. It's not a joke. I would never joke or lie about something as serious as this. Both Jody and her baby have left this world. They've gone to heaven. You have to understand.
No, I'm not going to believe that. Jody and the baby were totally fine and healthy when I left for my business trip, Sarah. And you said that she passed away while she was giving birth, right? It's still meant to be months before her due date. So this doesn't make sense.
I know it might be hard for you to believe, but sadly this is true and we all have to face the reality.
What? No. Sarah, no. Jody isn't meant to give birth yet. This makes no sense. I even told the doctors to call me if something was wrong with her. And I haven't received any calls from them at all.
Well, that's because she ended up giving birth at another hospital. This was an emergency, Derek. Please, you have to understand.
What's the name of the hospital that she went to, then? I'll call them up and find out what's happening.
Well, it was called St. Panda Hospital. I can't remember. My brain isn't working at all, as you can imagine.
That sounds like a crazy name for a hospital. I've never heard of it before. Are you sure that's the name?
We had to take her somewhere where she could get special treatment. It's a very large and reputable hospital. I forget the name, okay? She was taken all the way there by a helicopter. It must have been such a terrifying experience for her. Oh, gosh.
So you don't know the name of the hospital? Can you give me a clue at least? And could you please tell me what exactly happened? What went wrong when she was giving birth?
Giving birth is a very long and painful and sometimes life-threatening experience, Derek.
Yes, I'm aware and I totally understand that.
There are many things that can go wrong during childbirth.
Sure. Sarah, listen. I just refuse to believe that both of them are gone. That's not possible.
They both tried their very best but didn't make it. Derek, this is difficult for me too, okay? I really don't want to go into any more detail. I don't want to talk about it.
I understand that this must have been and still is difficult for you. It is for me too. I just think that I deserve to know what happened. I'm her husband, and the father of our baby. Just tell me what happened to them, please.
I don't think I'm strong enough to talk about it. I still haven't stopped crying since it happened. Please leave me alone, Derek.
OMG, I'm so sorry, Sarah. She's your daughter and our baby is your grandchild. I should have known better. I shouldn't have shouted at you like that. Listen, I'm gonna end my business trip early and head back home ASAP, okay?
Oh, wait, Derek. There's no need for you to do that. You should stay there and focus on your job. You need to distract yourself.
I don't think that I can really do that in this situation.
This is in Jody's will as well, actually. You really should stay there and focus on your business trip.
What do you mean?
She just wants you to always prioritize your work. You know what she's like. She's a strong woman and she can take care of herself always. So you just focus on your job, okay? That'll make her happy up there.
What the hell? Are you telling me that that's what she wanted?
Yes. So please, let's respect her wishes.
OMG, Jody. She should have told me if she wasn't okay. Why didn't she call me? I wouldn't have gone on this stupid business trip.
I think the best thing you can do for her now is focus on yourself and find her happiness and forget the past. She'll be watching over you from above, I'm sure. Just move on with your life. It'll be better that way.
I can't just move on with my life just like that, Sarah. She and the baby were my everything. We were both looking forward to the day that we get to meet our baby. I still can't believe that this is really happening. I need to come back home to see if this is true for myself.
No! Don't do that! Derek, listen. She wouldn't have wanted this. You shouldn't even think about coming back until you're done with whatever business you have going on there. You have to finish what you started, right?
How can I? This isn't right, Sarah. If this is all true, I need to say goodbye to her properly.
Okay, fine. I'll send you a photo of her so that you can say your final words to her. How about that?
What? I don't want to see a photo. I want to see her in person. What are you talking about? I want to see her with my own eyes.
So are you saying that I'm lying to you?
No, but you've got to understand that this is really hard to believe, Sarah.
Look, we're planning on holding her funeral and saying our goodbyes to her before you get back home. This is so that you can focus on your work, okay?
Wait, hold on a minute. You guys are planning on holding her funeral without me? I'm her husband. Surely you guys should wait for me to get back before having her funeral.
We wanted to wait for you, but it's not possible. All the flights back home are canceled because of the hurricane, right? It would be too late by the time you get back. I'm so sorry, Derek.
Please don't have her funeral without me. I need to see her one last time to say my goodbyes.
I'm very sorry, but this can't happen. It's fixed. You're just gonna have to forget about her like I told you to earlier. Just start thinking about the new chapter of your life without her. Derek, I hope that you find success and happiness in your life.
We can't just end the conversation like this. I'm still struggling to process everything that you just told me. Just wait for me, okay? I'll be back home ASAP. I'm gonna tell my company that it's an emergency and have to cut the trip short. Please, I'm begging you. Sarah, why aren't you replying to me? Hey there. I'm Derek, and I'm 36, and that was my mother-in-law, Sarah. And I don't believe this, but it looks like I just lost my wife and baby. I'm currently away on a business trip abroad, and during my trip, I suddenly received a message that my wife, Jody, and our unborn child passed away. I was, and still am, devastated. I broke down into tears, and it was the worst feeling I had ever felt in my life. I had been married to her for 5 years, and she had just recently become pregnant with our baby. I just couldn't imagine my life without them. I so badly wished that this was all a lie and just a bad dream, and that Jody and our baby were still alive. I was still living my nightmare when I received another text message from Sarah.
We just got finished with her funeral. Don't worry, Derek. She is resting in peace now. I'm going to need to ask you to pay the funeral fees and for the hospital, if that's all right with you. It's $30,000 for the funeral and $50,000 for the medical bills.
What? So the funeral is over already? That was quick.
Yes, it's over already. We wanted to let her rest in peace as quickly as possible.
So you really went ahead with it? I thought I told you to wait for me.
They were only available this morning. We had no other choice, Derek. There was absolutely nothing that we could do about it.
I didn't get to say my final goodbyes to her. When I left for my business trip, I I never even imagined that would be the last time I got to see her. We had so much planned for our future together. There's no way I can just forget about her and move on.
I know it must be difficult for you. It's just as difficult for me as well. I lost my beloved daughter. I'm just as upset as you. And that's why I need you to pay for the funeral and hospital fees. Once the fees are paid, you should forget about her and move on with your life.
You seem to be really insistent on me to move on in life. I can't do that. What are the medical fees that you're asking me to pay for as well? Why is it so high?
Yes, that is exactly it, and I don't know, do I?
What kind of treatment did she receive?
Her body became really fragile and weak as soon as she delivered her baby at the ICU. She was struggling to breathe, so the doctors had to give her an emergency surgery. Her baby was also just out of breath, apparently. Lack of oxygen in her lungs or something. Unfortunately, neither of them could make it.
I see. Thank you for explaining it to me. I know that it must have been difficult for you to watch her struggle. Could you also tell me where you guys had the funeral at?
It was somewhere near our house.
What was the name of the funeral company?
It was a place called Jim's Funeral.
Okay, thanks for letting me know. I'll contact them directly and decide on how to pay them the $30,000. You can leave the rest to me.
Actually, there's no need for you to contact them directly. You can send the money into Jodi's bank account and I'll handle the rest. I can withdraw the money from her bank and go pay the funeral fees myself.
Why do you need to do that? It seems like extra effort for nothing.
It's because I know someone from the funeral company. I want to get them a gift and thank them for holding the funeral in such short notice. So I'll pay them when I bring the gift with me.
It's really okay. It's a lot of money, so I'd prefer to just transfer the money to them directly. I'm sure you can bring them a gift at a later date.
No, it's really okay. Just send the money to her bank account. I'm sure that you're very busy with your business trip.
Okay, I guess I'll do as you say then. Would it be okay if I went to visit her grave? I still haven't managed to say my goodbyes to her. I'll bring her a bouquet of her favorite flowers. I'll send the money once I've seen her grave.
You cannot do that! Don't even go near her grave!
Why is that?
It's what she told me before she passed away. She told me to make sure that you wouldn't visit her grave.
That's strange and not something that she would say. I thought she passed away while giving birth. Did she know that she wasn't going to make it or something?
Well, yeah, that must be why. Giving birth is very difficult, and she probably had a sudden intuition.
I really don't think she would have said something like that while trying to give birth.
Oh, I also just remembered something else that she told me before she passed away. She wanted you to pay her back all the money that you owed. I think she said that you owe her around $10,000, right?
Are you really sure about that? I've never borrowed any money from her, Sarah. She was a housewife. I was the only one earning an income, so it wouldn't make sense for me to borrow any money from her.
Your memory is probably a little hazy because you just lost your wife and baby. Just pay back the money that you owe her. That's what Jodi would have wanted you to do.
I'm very sorry, but I don't think I'm going to be able to prepare such a large amount of money at the moment.
You're just going to have to prepare the money in one way or another, Derek. Please, do this for her. There's also one more thing that I need you to do. I need you to get a divorce.
A divorce? That doesn't make any sense. If she's dead, then that makes me a widower. Why do I need a divorce?
I found a set of divorce papers inside her bag. She had already signed it.
I really don't think that she would have wanted to get a divorce from me. We were happily married.
Well, that's not how she felt about you, then. I think that if she were alive, she would have wanted to get a divorce. I'll make sure to hand it in once you've signed the papers.
Please hold on a minute. I have no intention of getting a divorce from her at all. I'm not going to be signing any divorce papers.
Well, that's going against her will. And I'm going to need you to make all the payments either way. You better be quick about it. I'm gonna get going now. Goodbye.
Wait, what? The conversation isn't over yet. You can't just leave.
What's going on? I still haven't received the payments from you. How much longer are you gonna take?
I told you that I wouldn't be making any payments until I visited her grave.
I thought that I told you that wouldn't be possible. Do you not listen? Maybe your brain really did get damaged from the shock. All I'm telling you to do is to hurry up and send me the money.
Why are you in such a huge rush about this?
It's just the normal thing to do. You should pay all your bills on time.
All I'm asking to do is to visit her grave with some flowers.
You really are a persistent brat, aren't you? Just hurry up and pay up. I've already handed the divorce papers in. I'm no longer your mother-in-law. We're complete strangers to each other now. Hurry up and pay me the money so that we can go our separate ways.
I didn't even sign the divorce papers. There's no way they would have been accepted. Stop with all these lies, Sarah. Actually, let me rephrase that. Stop with all these lies, Jody.
What? I'm Sarah. I'm Jody's mother.
You can stop with all this dumb acting now. I already know that I'm talking to you, Jody.
Jody's no longer around in this world. I know that it might be difficult for you to accept it, but she's dead. I'm very hurt by this, Derek. I demand an apology from you. Now!
It's so obvious that it's you, Jody. Your tone and language doesn't sound like your mom at all. She was always more polite and respectful when talking to me.
Oh, wait, no. You're wrong about this. I was just very shocked and confused about her passing away. That's why I was talking to you differently to usual.
I thought your mom and dad were on a world cruise together now. It was their lifelong dream, right?
Wait, how do you know about that?
I went to visit your parents' house and no one was home. Their neighbors told me that they had gone on a cruise trip. That's how I found out about all this.
Wait, so you're already back home then? I thought you were still in Canada for your business trip.
Yeah, I'm back already. My boss told me to go back home as soon as he heard about what had happened. He told me to prioritize my family matters right away. That's why I managed to get back last night.
How though? I thought all the flights back were canceled because of the weather.
The weather wasn't as bad as forecasted. A few of the flights managed to take off. I was lucky enough to be able to board one of them.
You should have told me if that were the case.
Enough about that now. I think we have more important matters to discuss. The dark-skinned baby boy looked really healthy.
Wait, what?
I was so surprised to see you with the baby. I wonder who the father is. The baby definitely looks nothing like me in terms of skin tone. I'm pretty sure of that.
Oh, that must be because I come from a mixed-race family and I just didn't tell you about it. I think my grandfather is of African descent or something. That must be why our baby is dark-skinned. It can happen sometimes. Science is strange, isn't it? I have no idea how it happened.
Also, when did you guys come back to life? I didn't know that was possible either. I thought your funeral was held. So if you're alive, I guess this is some kind of a huge miracle.
Well, that's not exactly what happened.
You lied to me the entire time, Jody. I thought it was strange that your mom told me to get a divorce. It's not even possible to get a divorce from someone that's passed away.
Oh, I had no idea about that.
It's a different set of paperwork, and it's not called getting a divorce. You really should have researched it more in detail.
How do you know about all this stuff, then?
My elder sister who knows about this kind of stuff told me all about it.
Your sister? Damn.
She works as an assistant to a lawyer who specializes in divorces and family death, etc. So I asked her. She's pretty good at doing detective work, too. So I also found out that you were cheating on me along with faking your own death.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm just as confused as you are.
Drop the act now, Jody. It's just painful to watch. I know that you and your new boyfriend came up with a plan to steal money from me. You guys faked your death and tried to charge me the medical and funeral fees.
What? My new boyfriend? You're kidding, right? I'm married to you already. I would never have a new boyfriend. This was all just a huge prank to surprise you. I gotcha. See? You completely fell for it. Now let's forget all this ever happened and get on with our lives. Right?
Like I'm gonna believe that. I already know what's happening. You've been cheating on me with that African-American guy. The baby that you gave birth to is not my baby. It's his.
That's not true at all. This is a huge misunderstanding. I told you that my grandfather was of African descent. I never cheated on you. I love you and I'm happy to be married to you.
So you're still gonna try to cover up the truth? Okay, let's see. His name is Alex and he's 26 years old, right? He was born in South Africa but moved here when he was younger. You went after a really young guy, huh?
OMG, how did you know about all of that?
Do you not listen at all? I told you that my sister is good at detective work. I paid her to do some research on you. I know that you've been acting shady for a while now, too. My sister is very capable, so she managed to research everything for me in a single day. You need to hurry up and admit to what you've done.
I don't want to do that. You wouldn't let me get away with this for free.
You're right about that. What you did is a crime. You need to take responsibility for what you've done. I'm going to sue you for all the emotional damage you caused me, and for trying to scam me.
You can't sue me. I don't have any money that I can pay you. I'm totally broke.
So you're broke, but you still go on vacations?
There's no way you know about that.
Our neighbors saw you get into a taxi with your new lover boy the day after I left for my business trip. They told me that you were both carrying a large suitcase.
We left early in the morning so that nobody would see us.
It's a shame that one of our neighbors loves to get up early. She gets up really early in the mornings to go on a morning walk every day. That's when she saw you guys. Your water broke while you guys were on vacation, right?
Well, kind of.
Once the baby was born, you realized that I wasn't the father. That's why you pretended that both you and the baby had passed away. You thought that you could also trick me into paying you $80,000 and get a divorce while you were at it. What an elaborate plan.
How did you manage to figure all of this out?
I actually figured most of this out myself. We've been together for a long time now. I know how you think.
Okay, I'll admit it. You're right about my entire plan. I'm really, really sorry that I did this to you. I had no idea what to do.
You stupid, cheating slut!
What?
You lying, cheating piece of trash! I'm never going to forgive you for this. You put this all on yourself.
But Derek, I am so sorry.
Shut up. I've had enough of your excuses. I am not going to forgive you, so just give up. You cheated on me and you tried to trick me into paying for a fake funeral and for fake medical bills.
There's a reason why I tried to do that. I'm a housewife and I don't have my own source of income, right? I wanted to get as much money as possible before you found out that I was alive and with a baby who didn't belong to you.
So that's why you tried to steal $80,000 from me? You're crazy! You're a fraud!
I thought it would be okay because you're my husband. I also thought you would be too upset about me passing away to care about the money.
I completely broke down crying when I first heard the news. I completely regret crying over a woman like you. I'm suing you for emotional damage and for trying to scam me. You better be prepared.
Wait, hold on. None of this is my fault. It was Alex that came up with the plan. I had nothing to do with it. Please, would you forgive me?
Like I'm gonna believe that. I'm never going to trust anything that comes out of your rotten mouth. You're just gonna have to pay the consequences for your actions.
I told you I'm a housewife! I have no money. You know that. Please just give me one more chance. I was looking forward to raising the baby with you. He might not be your child, but we can raise him together.
I am definitely not going to be doing that.
OMG!
What?
Alex just gathered up all of his belongings and left! He didn't even say a single word to me!
And?
Well, I think he left me. OMG!
It doesn't sound like he's gonna be coming back to you then. You're gonna be all alone now.
You still love me, right? You cried when you heard about me passing away. Let's get back together and sort through this mess together. I promise that I won't break your trust anymore.
Why should I do that? What's broken can't be fixed again. I can never trust you again after what happened. We're done, Jody.
No, please, wait!
And I'm glad we're getting divorced. I'm so over this marriage. I really didn't want to do this, but you gave me no choice.
Please give me another chance, Derek.
No. Move on with your life and I'll do the same. Just like you told me to, right?
Wait, no. Please don't do this to me. I really can't make a living by myself. Please just give me another chance.
How many chances do I have to give you? You've already wasted all of them. It's over. I'm going to be hiring a lawyer to sue you, so expect him to get in contact with you sometime next week.
I don't have any savings or income. You know that. I can't pay you even if you sue me. I can't even hire a lawyer.
Well, it looks like it's going to be an easy win for me then. Bye, Jody.
Don't leave me by myself. I need you in my life.
I was bombarded with a storm of messages from Jody over the next couple of days. I ended up blocking and deleting her number as it was getting too annoying. I left the rest to my lawyer as I no longer wanted to talk to her directly. I received some text messages from Sarah apologizing to me about what her daughter had done to me. She told me that she would no longer be supporting Jody even if she asked for financial support. I ended up suing Jody and got a settlement fee of $30,000 for the damage that she caused. I heard that she is currently working multiple part-time jobs to make a living, and to pay me back for the money that she owes me. She also has a baby that she has to raise by herself, as Alex really did just abandon her that day. It looks like she has a very rough future ahead of her, and it serves her right for faking her own death to her husband. I'm moving on.
Thanks for watching. Feel free to like the video and leave a comment. See you in the next one.